Hello, I'm Soycat, and in today's video, you're going to learn some of the most pointless facts about Minecraft you might have ever heard. And you might question, why are you going through pointless facts about Minecraft? Although the better question might be, why did you click on a video about pointless facts? But the reason for that is because some of the most interesting things about any subject in life are the kind of pointless, side notes. But in today's video, I figured, why not go through some of the most interesting pointless facts in Minecraft, and here are 13 of those. Hopefully you all do enjoy the video. If you do like it, like it and let me know because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like your pointless facts too. But with that said, let's get straight into the first interesting pointless fact, which is to do with pumpkins, which as you can see are just ahead of me, because the crazy thing about pumpkins in Minecraft is the fact that they're actually rarer than diamonds. And that sounds so crazy on the surface, so unbelievable on the surface, but when you think about it, pumpkins can only spawn on the surface, they can only spawn in certain biomes, and they only spawn there rarely. So that means that not only are pumpkins rarer than diamonds, they're significantly rarer than diamonds, because you find and a little bit, average diamonds per chunk, whereas you find less than one, significantly less than one pumpkins per chunk, which is a really cool fact you might not have known about the pumpkins, and that's what I mean by pointless interesting fact, like the second one here actually, which is to do with the enchantment table. So the enchantment table, really cool way to improve your weaponry in Minecraft, right? However, it has this weird language attached to it that you've probably all seen, so let's go to the enchantment table, and let's show you the fact that when you put anything in there, you're going to see how, so if I want to enchant this, these boots for instance, you're going to see how it has this weird text on there, and you might think, oh, that means protection, and that means feather falling. However, the funny thing about this text is it changes every single time. So what's the deal with this text? Is it random nonsense, or is there some truth to it? However, there is actually a truth to this, and you can read this if you learn the standard galactic alphabet, because this is a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, put in there by Notch, and it means that you actually can translate all of these words, and right now on screen, for instance, you can translate this, and it means this, for instance. It's pretty cool, and yeah, basically there's no real benefit to knowing this. Sometimes it actually contradicts the enchantments, but it is pretty cool that you can read the enchantment table if you learn a whole nother alphabet, which is a interesting little thing you might not have known about Minecraft. And again, kind of a cool little one there. So yeah, the third interesting fact you might not have known about Minecraft is that the title screen, so when you first load up Minecraft, says Minecraft every single time, right? Because you're playing Minecraft, except one in every 10,000 times, a statistically insignificant amount, will actually say Minceraftlin instead. That's right, they replaced some of the words in there, and this is a fun little joke that's, just in there because, just to mess with people, and not to put it in wondering how long it would take people to find out. However, it was found out very shortly after, and now it's just a really cool Easter egg that exists in Minecraft all the time. That's right, Minecraft is sometimes called Minecraft, and it might have happened to you already. You might have just not known about it, because it is such a rare event, and that's the beautiful thing about that, in my opinion. The fourth little interesting fact you might not have known, that's again kind of pointless unless you're playing around with potions a lot, it's actually to do with the fermented spider eye. So the fermented spider eye, doesn't really seem too useful. Like, what do you really do with it besides maybe make weakness potions? However, you can actually use it to reverse potion effects. So, for instance, if you have, let's say a speed potion, or you have a healing potion, or the opposite versions of those, you can actually turn them into, for instance, a slowness potion or a harming potion. And that sounds kind of ridiculous on the surface that there's a potion negator, but it is something that does exist in the game, and you're going to see it right now. So you're going to see it as this happens, because brewing stands are especially slow and affected by the lagging your world. But yeah, the fourth pointless fact here is actually that you can reverse potions like this, and you can argue this one isn't pointless, but realistically, how often do you ever need a potion of damage? Like, are you ever just like, oh, I would quite like to take some damage? If that's you, then maybe that is pointful, but for most people, kind of pointless. But the fifth one here is actually a cool, Minecraft history pointless fact, because it is actually to do with chain armor. Chain armor is now obtainable through several methods in Minecraft, with the mob armor and the trades of villagers, all these sorts of ways. However, a fun fact about, chain that you might not have known is that it used to be craftable, and you might think, so it was craftable with iron maybe, or maybe iron bars. I mean, iron bars make a lot of sense. However, the way that chain was craftable is pretty crazy, because it was craftable using fire. That's right, literal fire is how you would craft iron. This recipe was removed at some point, which made chain then unobtainable from then on, and it became a creative exclusive set of armor until they eventually added the ways to get it back in survival. But yeah, chain armor used to be crafted using fire, which is pretty nutty if you ask me. The sixth fact here is also kind of nutty, because if you've never seen this, this is one of those things that will weird you out, but as you probably all, most of you are aware, you can actually name any animal Dinnerbone, and it will flip it upside down. A thing you might not have known though is the fact that you can actually saddle any animal like this, whether it's a horse or a pig, and you actually then can ride that animal even though it is upside down, which looks entirely ridiculous on every level. As you can see, I'm riding an upside down pig, but if you want to, you can in fact ride the upside down animal however and wherever you like, which I think is pretty darn wonderful, and a thing you might want to do if you like being strange and confusing your friends, which is another one of these great uses for a pointless fact. Like the next one here, which is to do, okay, so let's ride the pig over to my little fake mushroom biome over there, because the next pointless fact is to do with mushrooms, because mushrooms are one of my favorite animals in Minecraft, and the reason for that is this very bizarre fact that will never come up in your Minecraft world, but you can pretend it totally will, because if you use a bowl on mushrooms, you actually will get mushroom soup, and this mushroom soup can be replenished infinitely, which means one of the very few sources of infinite food in the game, like not even just like renewable, infinite food, is the mushroom. No matter how many bowls you have, a mushroom will be able to fill them, which is pretty darn interesting. It's one of the really cool facts about mushrooms that I never see anyone else use, because again, it just realistically doesn't come up too often, but you can totally do this, you can totally do so if you have a mushroom. Use it for mushroom stew. It's an infinite source of food, one of the very few in the game, and it comes from one of the rarest mobs that most people don't even bother with. So another kind of bizarre fact that most people probably won't bother with is the cake. So cake is kind of a tricky thing to create, especially in survival, but you actually can stack cakes in both ways. So we can stack cakes like this, for instance, like 64 in a stack, but you can also stack cake like this. However, the interesting thing about the cake stacking is not this type of cake stacking, because that's kind of cool. You can use it for cake staircase if you want to. The crazy thing to me about this is the fact that the cake stacking to 64 is not possible on the Pocket Edition and the PC, and it's never been explained exactly why it is on the console. There's no like official reason, like minecarts. It just existed in the game one day and has never been removed. So yeah, cake stack up to 64 times on console, 64 times more than the PC and Pocket Edition, and there's never been an explanation, and I don't know if there ever will be. I think it's just one of those cool random differences that might not ever leave the game. Speaking of random, parts of the game, the next one here is to do with the ghast mob. So there's no ghast in the overworld, but you can probably all imagine one or see one on the screen. And basically, the interesting thing about the ghast is the noises, the crazy shrieks that you probably you hear all the time, are actually they come from C418, who is the composer of all Minecraft music. It comes from his cat, which is a very random, weird coincidence. But basically, yeah, they played around with the sounds to make them sound a bit more shrieky. But yeah, all of the noises, including the the funny like playing around, was just C418's cat sleeping, and that's a very bizarre fact you might not have known about the ghast in Minecraft. Speaking of bizarre facts about mobs, actually, this next one here is to do with eggs. So eggs only actually came into Minecraft because there was like a joke with between someone someone on Twitter and Notch when the game was in early development phase, where basically someone said that they would eat their USB stick if Notch added throwing eggs to the game, and or Notch kind of offered to add any single easy feature, and he said throwing eggs, and then Notch actually added throwing eggs just for this one person, so you can throw them like this, and then in response to that, the person did eat their USB drive, as you can see in this picture, which is pretty wonderful if you ask me. The fact that to get throwing eggs in the game, one of the features which is used quite a lot, especially in mini games, to get this put in the game, someone had to eat a USB drive, but I think it was totally worth it, because that brings us into the next little fun fact here, to do with the fact that when you do throw an egg, so you're all probably aware you've got a chance of spawning a chicken, but you also have a 1 in 256 chance. Should we try and see if it happens now, actually? You've got a 1 in 256 chance of spawning 4 chicks from the same egg, which is, again, okay, so I don't think it's happening, but maybe, just maybe on the last one here. No, but yeah, you have a chance of getting 4 chicks all from the same egg, but it's very, very rare, 1 in 256, because it's a 1 in 16 chance of getting a chick in general, and a 1 in 16 chance of getting 4 from that same thing if you do get a chick. And yeah, this is a just really random, rare event that most people never experience, but another, a cool factor to do with chicks is the fact that if you do happen to have a chicken nearby, so let's spawn in this chicken over here, if you do happen to have a chicken nearby, all of the chicks within a certain radius of it will be attracted to it and kind of treat it like its mother, which is absolutely, again, it's one of those random, adorable facts about Minecraft that, if you look at all of this and you're like, Minecraft's kind of weird, Minecraft is weird, but at least the chicks will follow the nearest chicken parent, and as you can see, they're all going to do it right now. The baby, the adult chicken isn't doing anything, but if she does, all of the chicks will follow her because they're all bonded to her now, which is kind of beautiful that that's randomly added to Minecraft, and a lot of people don't know about it. Like this final pointlessly interesting fact to do with the Ocelot. Again, probably won't come up too often in your world, but I really love. Look. But this last one here is really cool because it is to do with ocelots, and we'll spawn in ocelots for this, but it also works with tame cats or anything like that. But ocelots do not take full damage in Minecraft. There's a fun allusion to the fact that cats always land on their feet, and there is some truth to that actually. There are only certain drops that will kill a cat. If it's really short, like 3 or 4 or 5 stories, they won't take any, they won't be hurt at all. If it's a really big drop, as I understand it, a lot of the time cats will survive. And as an allusion to that, in Minecraft, there is no full damage for cats. So let's say that we spawn a cat literally 50 blocks off the ground. This will kill a human player, by the way. If we spawn a cat up here, the cat will fall all the way down and will survive. It doesn't even take damage because cats just do not take any damage. Even if you went all the way to the top of your world, 256 blocks or whatever height you decide to go to. In fact, we have a thing up there. If you go all the way to the very, very top of your world and place a cat to the side, it will not... Okay, so we're not quite at the top, but 200 blocks or so, you're going to see that the cat, it's not only falling faster than me somehow, but it's also not going to take falling damage, which is pretty, amazing if you ask me. So how do you not take falling damage in Minecraft? Be an Ocelot. Problem solved. So yeah, with that said, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. Like it if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like it. Share the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I enjoy talking about the pointless facts about everything, whether it's Minecraft or the second channel stuff or whatnot, and if you subscribe, you'll see random pointless facts every single day on your homepage. I hope you did all enjoy this one, because I will see you all next time. Bye!